And I'm Conor Bentley, and I'm a little bloated. Here now, the news. Our top story tonight, God overrules Supreme Court verdict. In a stunning development this morning, God invoked the One Nation Under God clause of the Pledge of Allegiance to overrule the Supreme Court's decision that gave the presidency to George W. Bush.
For possible grounds for appeal. God's ruling is a classic overreach, argued Bush strategist Jim Baker. This action is unjust and goes against the Florida state constitution.
God responded to these comments this morning on the Today Show in a rare TV appearance, saying Jim Baker is an idiot. And he's got some hot surprises ahead of him, if you know what I mean.
God went on to outline his plans to smite President Bush and make sure that bad things happen to the rest of the Bush staff.
Dick Cheney reportedly received leprosy.
In other news, the literary world was abuzz this week as early manuscripts and unused pages written by Ernest Hemingway were found. Some of his works were found with their original titles. A Farewell to Arms was originally entitled Ernest Goes to Spain. And The Sun Also Rises was originally called Forget It, We're All Gonna Die Anyway.
Minoxidil, the hair-growing drug sold under the name Rogaine, is now being used as a mace substitute. You spray it in the attacker's face and his eyebrows grow down over his eyes, obstructing the vision. Unfortunately, the FDA says that it must be used on the attacker religiously twice a day for 6 months before there are any noticeable results. And now I'm getting something. Yes, it's a buzzing noise in my ear. Ow! No, it's Brian Lentz, and he's out in California with some replacement seats. Let's send it out to him. Brian?
Thank you, Conor and Marianne. I'm here in California for the results of the 3rd District election. There needs to be another election here since Walter Hutchinson resigned in January following a golf accident. Apparently, he fell off the ball washer.
Do you have your results yet, Brian?
Yes. Next to me is Arthur J. Smith from the Sensible Party, and on my right is Oliver Ting Tang Wallaby Breath Jiminy Garbage Bale Ping Pang Underpants from the Silly Party. And the results are 26,317 for Smith, and 45,322 for Oliver Ting Tang Wallaby Breath Jiminy Garbage Pail Bing Bang Underpants.
Yeah!
There you have it, Conor and Marianne. A Silly Party victory here in the California 3rd District.
Thank you, Brian. Do you have any more results?
Yes, I also have the results for the California 1st District. Jared Kirk of the Sensible Party, 31,854. Biggles, Fatang, Humperdinck, Paperclip, Thomas Rifkin, Yangu, David Zazie Jones of the Silly Party, 33,971, and Timothy Tomato Paste Quigley of the Slightly Silly Party, 14.
Well, it looks like a silly sweep there in California, which is exactly what I predicted, except that the Silly Party won.
Conor, I've also just heard some breaking news from Missouri that your aunt is sick.
Thank you. Yes, surviving gastroenteritis, but possibly just mononucleosis.
In Arizona, a toilet brush has won for the 2nd District seat. That's a gain for the Republican Party.
And in Rhode Island, a very silly candidate, Willie Weebum Whoops Tata Ignatius Marmot Patang Xylophone Reynolds, has won, giving the Silly Party a majority of the House. This just in, the Middle East peace process is due to be wrapped up never. In a related story, Yasser Arafat won first prize in the Ringo Starr lookalike contest. He was quoted as saying, "I have a lot of people to thank, especially me mates down on the Gaza Strip who can really rock."
Sadness struck the food world this week as the creator of Duncan Hines Cake Mix died. The funeral will be at 4:50 for 20 to 25 minutes.
In other news, an earthquake rattled Southern California on Thursday, measuring 5.6 on the Richter scale. It was not caused by a shift in the tectonic plates, but rather Marlon Brando hauling himself from his bed to get more Cheetos. And now it's time for news for the hearing impaired. with Cooper Reevely. Our top story tonight.
Our top story tonight!
God to smite Bush.
God to smite Bush!
Silly party victory in House of Representatives.
Silly party victory in House of Representatives!
Dick Cheney to receive leprosy.
Dick Cheney to receive leprosy!
Thank you. That's all the news. I'm Conor Bentley.
And I'm Marianne Wetzel.
Good night.